Hey everyone, Jeff here, coming to you from my backyard in Brooklyn with my dog Bo. I wanted to show you a video on something that really helped change my blues guitar playing. And if you do this, I promise, for 24 hours, you will see a huge improvement in your playing. So let's check it out. Alright, before we get going, please hit the like and subscribe button, as it always helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. So if you could do that for me, that would be awesome. Alright, let's dig in. The first thing, I'm playing a C minor blues, nothing really crazy. My 3 chords are going to be C minor to F minor, and my 5 chord is a G minor. So 3 minor chords, regular old 12-bar blues form. So the first thing we want to work on, and what I think people overlook quite a bit, is playing the blues changes, but hitting the root on each of the chord changes. So interestingly enough, C minor pentatonic, it's going to be our main scale for right now, is spelled C, E flat, F, G, B flat, C, E flat, F, G, B flat, C, and E flat. Now our 3 chords, once again, are going to be C minor, F minor, and G minor. So if we play the roots of each of those chords, we have a C, right, of course, because C minor pentatonic. We also have the F right in there, which is going to be the 4th of the scale, and that's the same as our 4 chord. When we go up to the 5 chord, we have the G right here, or we could play it right there. So what I'm going to do is play a blues. I'm going to throw in some other ideas just from the pentatonic scale, but when the chord change comes, I'm going to hit the downbeat, in other words, the first note of the chord change with the proper note. So when I start on the beginning, I'm going to play a C. When I get to the 4 chord, I'm going to play the F right on the downbeat, and then when I get to the G chord, I'm going to play the G, etc. You'll get the idea, so let's check it out. Here comes my 5, my G. Now I'm going to play a little more music with it. How effective that is, and I've found in most of my teaching that when I ask my students to do that, whether it's in a one-on-one or a group workshop environment, a lot of guys can't do that. Or if they can do it, they can only do it in one position or one spot on the neck. This is really, really cool, because what it starts to do is it develop your hearing, right? So you know what chords are coming when. And you're starting to outline the chord changes as opposed to just playing C minor pentatonic over the whole thing and playing licks. You're thinking about targeting notes. So, like I said, if you practice this for just a few hours, it's really going to come together. And within a day, you're going to have a big change in your playing. Because, like I said, you're going to be innately knowing where the chord changes are. So you're not going to be thinking about when's that chord coming. Or maybe for the first time, you're actively targeting the chord changes, which is super important, and that adds this whole other dimension to your sound. Like I said, it starts to pull you away from playing licks and playing the same old stuff, and to actually think about what it is that you're playing. What I like about this concept is you can use it on any blues. I just happen to choose a C minor blues because I like this track a lot. Of course, you can get this track for free using the link above or below. Also, I have a course specifically on this concept of playing blues in one position. I'm actually doing a G blues in that. I talk about how you can do this and a whole lot more by just staying in one position, limiting yourself to what you play to one position. Surefire way to break you out of playing cliches, playing the same old licks, and starting to get inside the inner working of the chord changes as they go by. That course is on sale using the link above or below. Another thing I want you to think about is being able to play those same ideas but in a different register. So if we go to, say, pentatonic fingering number 2, right, here's my C, here's my F, and my G. Did you hear the chord changes go by even as I played that? That's huge, as opposed to just, like I said, playing a lick. So here's my C minor. Did you hear that? Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, right? And here comes my G. So by simply, like I said, targeting the roots, even in every position, you are outlining the chord changes and your soloing gets to this next level. So let me just do that, play some music with it, and you can hear the changes. Let's do it. Now the trick here is you want to keep things a little fresh. So if you do that every single time, it's going to become a little predictable. So we're trying to avoid things being really predictable. But as a practice method, you should start doing this in every position. So here's my C down here, C minor, my F, So you heard the chord changes just, once again, by me thinking mainly C minor pentatonic, but targeting the roots of each of the chords as they go by right on the downbeat. So what I would recommend is you just work on this. Work on it in different positions. Add into some of those blues licks that you already know, and maybe target the downbeat of the 4 chord or the 5 chord. So if we're taking like a blues lick, you know, standard. Right, so I heard ba 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 ba. I targeted that F. Right? Another fun little practice thing is you could play along with the track, which I highly recommend, but then you can also try to do the same thing without the track and see if you can hear the chord changes. I'll give you an example. 2, 3, 4. All right, so at some points I didn't actually hit the C on the downbeat. The more you get into it, the more I kind of hit a little off the beat, it starts to sound cool and more expressive. But that's what you work up to. The idea is really knowing where that chord is, when to play that chord, when to hit that root. And I'll repeat myself once again. What this does is it builds up, first of all, making chord changes on the blues. Secondly, it gets you to really internalize the blues. So you're not thinking about, oh, what chord am I on? You just know it. Now let me talk about this guitar for just 1 second. This is a guitar I made in conjunction with my friends over at Watchtower Guitars and PRS, and it is a private stock. I know it is not an inexpensive guitar at all. But when I had the opportunity to do this with the store and PRS together, of course I jumped on it, and I made my dream PRS. I love the DGTs, I love PRS, but I really wanted a very traditional kind of vibe from a PRS build quality, but with traditional kind of looks from the 50s. So here, what we did is we did these cool little diamond inlays, try to make it a little more subtle. It is a traditional build. We stuck to the basic build model of the guitars we love. Mahogany back, maple top, mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard. This one comes in at 7 pounds, 11 ounces maybe? So it's super light. All of them were spec'd for light guitars. I love PRS guitars. I think they do a great job. I also love Fenders. I love Gibsons. I own a bunch of Gibsons. I own Fenders. So I love them all. This guitar exceeded my expectations. If you want to take a look at some more of these, just check out the link from my good friends over at Watchtower Guitars. Tell them I sent you, and they can get you one. All right, everyone. As always, thank you so much for checking this video. I hope it helped. Get the free links down below for the track, and I will see you on the next video. Bo would say hi today. What's up, buddy?